like comfortable doing it. Something that can play that front line.
Okay,
We're going to get
strong. Yeah, Summit just going to lock in the classic Gnar, who is also currently on a 0% down, and I believe Inspired got it a split second faster.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to check. I think you're right. Pioshik didn't quite have it. Now they're going to go in on bot lane.
He's got CoreJJ trying to escape, but Vulcan can get the root, and now with the extra damage pulling in, surely they get first blood. The credit goes over to Vulcan as FBI backs away. Yon doesn't have any mana to continue following, but Pioshik's coming around from the flank. Evil Geniuses, they have no summoner spells on that Jhin. There should be no way out of this here for FBI. Vulcan's gonna just try to keep Pioshik away, but there should be no way for that to happen. Yon gets the kill, make it a 1-for-1 here in bot lane.
Yeah, good pathing for Pioshik, covers top, then gets all the way down to bot to at least get something back, because that would have been really bad. If they just get that kill uncontested, but now gonna go for Summit.
Ooh, flash into the twisted advance, immediately ready for the knockback. Riposte doesn't hit, but it doesn't need to. Someday gets the kill.
They come right back. They have that honey fruit, but it is going to be this fight around that dragon. Getting pretty low.
4v4. CoreJJ and Yon got to be careful here. Pioshik comes on. Beautiful engage from Team Liquid. But will it be enough? It'll be a 1-for-1 here at the start. Pioshik tanking the Drake. Inspired and JoJo getting themselves back. Vulcan stands and fights against the Caitlyn. The Ignite's coming out. The auto attacks. Vulcan just kills them. And Evil Genius is now on a
forward. Delay those recalls. Get ourselves the plate mid lane. It is just the one plate, not the two that went down, but still, really nice.
They try to step forward onto Yon and Core, but Vulcan really screwed that one up. Nice punish. Anybody walks away with this objective. Herald at about half HP. Patience starting to run out pretty rapidly now. Inspired's gonna fire off the ulti. Herald's gonna partially reset. They end up getting the lockdown onto Pioshik, who now has to run away. 300 HP left for the Jarvan. Means your jungler doesn't have a lot of faith to be able to get in and get back out. So EGs secure the Herald for themselves. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, the 1v1.
Massive. Now Summit's in some trouble. The ulti's been popped.
We don't have all of those vitals procced yet, though. Someday cannot get the final one. Someday doing a good job hiding against the wall, protecting that vital, so Someday's not able to get the heal. Inspired is going to chase him back. Meanwhile, mid lane, Team Liquid brings more dudes to the party, and they end up getting a 3v2 kill onto JoJo.
Summit can win this.
Summit trying to get back away now as Vulcan's going to show up. He's coming up the river, has to flash over the wall, knows there was no way out of that one. So Team Liquid doing a good job finding a kill back in mid lane and finding some summoner spells here on the top side.
Yeah, this is that strength that Summit can showcase in the lane, despite the fact that he's been focused on. He's up 20 CS, despite the fact that he was ganked, the fact that he was killed, the kill through and actually following up there. So potentially just looking for this really kind of powerful opening moments of the fight. And if someone like the Caitlyn or the Lux or the Azir ever gets tagged by that, you are going to get roasted.
You are done immediately. We're seeing first turrets just about ready to drop across the map here. Mid lane FBI nearly got it, but wasn't quite able to secure it. Top side, you can see Summit working to get that first turret here for his team, and I do believe that should do it. Team Liquid gets first turret there in the top lane, while JoJo should be able to get one back here in a couple of seconds. Bottom lane, tier 1 right there on your screen, just trying to let it eat as many minions as it can before he kills it off. Inspired's gonna walk through for some local gold, so that'll
really quick coming through here from FBI, so we'll see what he can really get done with this. But they want to push up mid. Nice little poke there on Yon.
Ooh, Yon getting caught, having to use the cleanse to get away from Deadly Flourish. FBI, they eat the ace in the hole for him. Curtain call opens up. Looking for Yon. He wants to try to weave this in there. The Drake is up, though, my friends. Let's see who's gonna go for that one first. Team Liquid seem to want to hang around mid and just try to see if they can grab this tier 1 turret. I think they're not going to have any issues picking it up there. Inspired does fire off the ulti. They're going to open up the curtain call too. Looking for Yon. Fourth shot going out. Doesn't hit him. Team Liquid trying to keep EG consequence from EG's attempted engage there with the ultis. And now they're able to rotate down, take this second Drake. His prowess and his pride as a solo laner is just his ability to deal with those situations. Be aggressive. And if it doesn't get punished, the man ends up looking good. Pioshik over the wall with the EQ. Harry gets the kill on JoJo. Pioshik walks away. He stays alive with the golden Aegis. Someday,
which I think was actually a patch change from a while ago, so that small little change on cooldown perhaps making the difference. Someday in trouble, though.
I mean, you saw that last tick of Ignite did damage the shield after he popped golden Aegis, so if that was even just a split second later. TP's coming in, though. Someday looking to lead the charge, but he's got to be careful. Summit might just be able to kite him out. Pioshik wants to get away, but JoJo should have enough to take him out this time. There we go. One's going to come back as both junglers die from either side. Summon at about 1/3 AD. Team Liquid is able to get that. It stops that poke from being effective at all.
One thing that EG is going to be really happy about, though, is when you're playing Maokai, it's extra brushes for that. They're looking for an engage, though.
Oh my God! They just exploded him. Crown of the Shattered Queen or not, CoreJJ ain't got any health left that one, and that is exactly the dream scenario that you were talking about.
Yep.
Lining up these ultis together, Maokai locks him down, Jhin goes click, click, boom, there's nothing left.
I mean, you want to run side to side when you're fighting against a Jhin ulti, but you have to run directly away when you're fighting against a Maokai ulti, right? You can't actually just be strafing back and forth, or you're gonna get locked up, and Core gets locked up, he gets burst down by that lethality. Pyosik is behind them though, down in the jungle, so will Pyosik look for an angle here? He's still in the red right now. He just used Smite.
CoreJJ is still coming back from base. There's no way for him to join the fight in time. Someday is in the pit. The Drake is going to be claimed by Evil Geniuses. Pyosik engages and disengages with the EQ. Inspired's in the middle. Fired off Accelerated Shock Blast, but it hit CoreJJ and it hit the Crown of the Shattered Queen. So Core took almost no damage. Exactly what you were talking about. But FBI is looking to see what he can find here with these. It's going to be secured by...
to his own jungle. So they get this uncontested, but there's no eyes on where Pyosik is coming from. And there it is, ulti and that flash from FBI still within the Cataclysm, unfortunately for him. Didn't really end up mattering here, but Inspired just sectioned off, burst down.
Inspired fires off that Maokai ulti again. Evil Geniuses decide this is when they want to go. Harry with the Zhonyas makes it a 1-for-1 there as they trade Inspired for the Azir. CoreJJ gonna be found out now as EG gets a 2-for-1 trade here in this fight. Pyosik flashes in. What the hell was that? Double kill back over to Evil Geniuses. Pyosik just gives them a freebie. Summit's now trying to stand and fight, but that's just about the best case scenario.
Yes, sir.
You get a 1-for-4 when you're up against that Baron, especially what you were talking about when they don't have the ability to clear the wave. Someday, yeah, I don't think Sumday's getting away from this one. He tried to get over the wall, but Pyosik was ready.
Yeah.
Armor besides his plated steel cap, right? He's got Sterix, he's got Cleaver, he's got Trinity Force. His health
is actually really, really nice. He's never going to be tanky no matter what you build when you start out with this style of build. He's not going to get that kind of beefy status, so somebody's in trouble again. The move speed is not going to be gone. He's dead.
Still just chasing him down, man. Someday thought he was in control, and Gnar just bonksing Summit with the 1v1 outplay.
It's just the top diff, man. What can I say? Like, the scoreline doesn't look that impressive from Summit, but they can't actually play their win conditions. In goes Yon!
Yon looking for the rest of the damage to take out JoJo, and he grabs it. Now EG got to be careful, because Pyosik and TL are not done yet. Summit lands the boomerang onto Vulcan, who has to flash over the wall, but Summit doesn't want to let him get away that easy. Deadly Flourish ain't gonna hit, but Summit's boomerang will. Vulcan drops, and FBI's the next target. Summit can't quite chase him underneath the turret, but Team Liquid are loving the results of this 3-for-0, and it should get them their second Baron uncontested.
Yeah, that's massive, and it comes off of, again, a huge play from Summit. He gets a solo kill onto Someday there, and then just TPs in, joins the fight, and TL go really aggressive. I actually like the play from Yon. He just straight up Gale Forces in on top of JoJo as soon as he gets CC'd, and he knows he can burst down that Jace. Wasn't really in that much danger himself, so now it's another Baron going the way of TL for them to deal with. EG have no recourse but to just split push now. If Summit is going to be around them, it's going to be very, very difficult to engage, and as soon as they see JoJo top, TL know that there's no danger whatsoever. That's going to be a really, really difficult situation for them. Now, Mikhail's also done for CoreJJ, so that's an easy answer for whoever actually has to soak up that Maokai ultimate to just be able to remove that root.
Well, Pyosik decides he wants to engage now, disengages back out of his own Cataclysm as Inspired unleashes the roots. EG wants their engage here onto Pyosik. A lot of damage goes out. He buffers the EQ to take his corpse back over the wall, so he resurrects in a safe place. Now, Summit's the one tanking the tier 3 turret aggro here in the bottom lane. EG's attempt does not work out, and Team Liquid are not just throwing themselves into him.
And now, this is going to be Soul Point grabbed up here for TL. So if Ocean Soul goes over, shots are going to be coming at you only from that one angle, and they're going to look for the engage now on Eon.
They want him. If they can get him, he uses the cleanse to get out, but now he has to use the stopwatch to keep himself safe from the follow-up engage. The shutdown over to Inspired. They got Pyosik in the middle now, too, and Someday's going to bust them.
A lot of time. Like, can you clear through it? Yeah, you can. But can you do it fast enough to actually get to the dragon? That remains to be seen.
Pyosik in the middle of everybody, not quite dead.
Oh, no!
They end up killing Harry, who just delivers a freebie. EG get 2, EG get 3. Summit trying to disengage and get away, but it's a triple kill back.
He's killing himself. What is he doing?
Yon, what's going on, buddy? What are we doing? Someday goes in, goes back out.
Or is he?
He's gonna get shot to pieces. If Yon kills Someday, the other two cannot kill Yon. They don't have the ability to kill lifesteal Caitlyn. Yon is just keeping everybody else here, saying, all right, Summit, I trust you to keep the base alive. Summit, however, loses the Sterix. Yawn still stuck behind enemy lines, back in the base. Gonna be grand challenge taken down. Summit survives back
late, right?
Yeah.
He's still got 25 seconds, then has to walk there, so it's a full minute before he can get to the team. They're gonna TP in, and if Summit gets caught, this is so bad.
Summit eating a lot of shots from FBI. The fourth shot misses, but it doesn't need to hit when JoJo's ready. Shut down on Summit, and again, it's desynced timers. Summit's not gonna be alive for another 55
Pioshik's
seconds.
dead too.
And now Pioshik's been caught hanging around. Pioshik! Oh no, he's gonna resurrect just in time for the Guardian Angel to be wasted. Powerful active, but if you use it in that situation, it doesn't matter. Harry trying to take the Drake and still get Team Liquid this soul. They are falling apart in the last few minutes of the game.
TP from Someday though, can he get there in time?
There may be enough damage. Harry needs 3 more autos, 2 more autos. Harry gets it. Ocean Soul over to TL, so they've got that. But the problem is, what happens if they all get caught?
EG are pushing on all sides. They know they have to try to end the game with the Baron. They've got to keep pushing because they don't want to get into
there. Maokai ulti flies through. It's going to find Summit, and it's going to find Pioshik.
But look at the turret. JoJo's just killing it. They're just buying time for JoJo to kill the turret. So they need. That's really well done. You know, realizing they don't actually have enough to dive deep and get a kill there, so they just spend the Maokai ultimate, spend the Jhin ultimate. TL has to run, and it gives JoJo that time with the W to actually take down the turret.
Range is one of the most powerful stats in League of Legends. Someday coming in for vengeance, the grand challenge, another lunge, and he finally gets his man. Someday puts Summit in the ground for 60 seconds. It is a 5v4 for EG. Team Liquid was in so much control for so long, but it fell apart, and evil geniuses have clawed their way back into the game. All of TL has to find some sort of a defense here, but they're losing Nexus turrets, and they're losing them rapidly. First one's already gone, and JoJo's swooping around the side, looking for an angle on Harry and Yawn. Half HP left. JoJo's about to lose that Guardian Angel if he ain't careful, but FBI's already godlike. Yawn's under pressure. The Caitlyn falls next, and evil geniuses from the clutches of defeat come back and take down Team Liquid.
What a crazy game.
Still
sucks.
Still 0.
That's perfect.
Yep, we're in there, baby. But one champion who doesn't suck is Silas, and he is the final pick of the draft here for C9.
That is actually, much more concerning. He is more susceptible to the ganks. Of course, he does still have cleanse, but could be pretty dicey. And they're gonna look for a Blaze Olive.
Diplex goes in, flash into the twisted advance. Bramble smash for the first blood, but Blabber will die in response as the gravity well from a Blaze Olive's Victor
to chase him down and really punish him on the exit from that trade.
Diplex going in for the dive. Solos out a Blaze Olive.
And both those ADs were basically on perfect farm, right? There's no minions for the first minute and a half in the game. We're about 8.5 minutes into the game, and it was 86 to 81 CS, right? So they are farming nearly perfectly on that bottom side. Doing a
Revenge would have been able to find a kill there. I'm almost certain of it, but Fudge can walk it off. But now they're ready to try to turn it around back onto Revenge, who ends up having to spend his flash there. If Kenvi can get something, it'll be worthwhile. Goes over the wall, goes to the ulti, flash out from Blabber. So Summoner Spell for Summoner Spell back in mid. Diplex versus a Blaze. A Blaze getting the better of him here at the start. Diplex low. Fleshy coming around to try to help him. Diplex stealing away the Ash ult, but it won't matter. Immortals tie up the kills 2-2. Back up in the top side. Kenvi wants to get away, but Sven has given the wild growth over to Blab. Not quite ready when they would immediately want to use it. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's not like they were immediately under pressure and Immortals were walking up as they were getting it low.
Yeah, it definitely can make a really big difference. If you're actually getting control, you spend your resources to chunk someone down, then all of a sudden they just walk into the river, grab honey fruits, walk right back. Now you're the one who's actually really being pressured, and Fudge getting very aggressive. Yeah. Flexing a bit here on Tactical, who's got to be careful. Tactical and Fleshy both lost half HP to Fudge, and he just goes right back in looking for the kill, but he doesn't quite have the damage he needs to find it. Flashes back away as Sven keeps trying to support him, and Fudge grabs the kill on Kenvi. Now Tactical stuck in the alcove, and he's going to be the last man alive. It's a double kill over to Fudge. It's a triple kill over to Fudge. Spin that thing all the way around. A triple kill. Out, then Tactical walks forward, starts autoing him. Maybe they were just saying, bait them in, but oh god. That one landed, that Ash ult landed. Adios. Throw something into the trash and then you put your hand inside it and you drop it. And you just drop it in. I mean, hey, it still made it into the trash bin. That's well, come on, bro. Not really, but I guess. It's still in the bucket. Fudge gets slammed up into the wall here. Kenvi swoops in. But with Blabber ready to fire off his ulti, Immortals know they're not really going to find him here. Arrow hits from all the way down in mid lane. All right, Fleshy with a nice response.
But unfortunately, no way for Immortals to follow that up. They can't engage on the Maokai when the Fed Jack is
behind
right
you.
next to him. The dive comes in. C9 brought everybody to the party, and they're still ready to keep on going. First turret falls. Blabber top lane. Diplex already using that stolen ulti. Ablaze feeling confident to run after him now with that taken care of. Uses the ulti himself. Chaos Storm will tick away onto Diplex's health bar, but unfortunately, just getting hit by both parts of the queue chunks the Blaze Olive right back with the same amount of strength. He has Kinby nearby, so they should be able to still take the tier 1. And that will try to bring the game back a little bit closer, but for everything they take, Cloud9's looking for something else on the other side of the map. Blabber fires off the Maokai ult. Yes, it will connect onto Revenge, but it connects too late. He's too far behind his own lines. They don't want to pursue this and overcommit. Instead, they'll fall back to the tier 2, work to take that one out. Sven flashing away from the arrow of Fleshy. Minions will do enough damage to take down that tier 2. It is a
always there helping him out when he needs his lane to be fixed, and then gets that triple kill down on bot side, gets 2 kills when they look for those dives on top side. Now you can't even approach this guy. He's basically
anything but challenging right now. They're in total control of Summoner's Rift. Fudge has no fear whatsoever of anyone. The cooldowns on the abilities get pretty low as that ability haste gets stacked. It's why I wanted to bring up the point about the Frozen Heart. By the time he ends the Counter-Strike, it's only 5 seconds away from happening.
Checkmate pretty much in this situation here.
Yeah.
Immortals not going to be able to answer bot, not going to be able to answer Baron. They're going to try to run down here and see if they can catch Fudge, but...
Yeah, they want to dogpile him. They realize that's about the only chance they have. Tactical pops the Sivir ulti there. With Kinby providing the CC, Fudge is going to have... Nope. Nope. Wait, hold on. Fudge might just be able to... Never mind.
It's close.
Never mind. I thought for a second he was going to try to get all the way away, but then he just went back in instead.
This game is not about him.
Well, we've got the teleport showing up down here in bottom lane for Fudge, who will lead the charge. And there's the follow-up from Blabber for some of the CC out of the Maokai ulti. Fudge dropping the counter-strike on top of everybody, but he will be killed. Immortals are able to fall back and focus fire the Fed player on C9 and take him out. C9 still managing to achieve the force down on both the tier 3 turret as well as the inhibitor here in the bottom lane. Berserker is still alive.
Zeri time!
Can the Zeri find the kill? Yes, he flashes forward into the ulti. He goes on the killing spree, and he needs a little bit more. He should be able to get point where they need a Cloud9 mistake. This game is so far out of their control now, with Soul Point being Cloud9's situation.
He's just jumping forward on you constantly here. It's a 3-second cooldown on Leap Strike. You're not getting away from this guy whatsoever.
That's a little oppressive. Immortals being forced back from the tier 3 turret here in the top lane now. Fudge stays on the front line. The Counter-Strike expires. He has to get back away. He barely survives it as Diplex is going to be focused next. C9, they committed. They got the tier 3.
Yeah, they're trying to get the TP at the very least from Revenge. Revenge is trying to prep his Mega Gnar, and now he's going to TP in.
Berserker gets stunned up by the Ash Arrow, but now they're ready to counterattack. Here comes Fudge, jumps in, finds the stun on 3. They've already killed the enemy jungler, they've already killed the enemy top. They're gonna stop anytime soon. Fudge keeps leading the charge, and Blaze Olive has to try to kite it out. The Ghost might be able to get him away, but the Leap Strike is once again too fast. A double kill back to Fudge, and Blabber wants to run down the last man of Immortals. Sven and Berserker come flying in over the wall, and that'll do it. 5-0. 17-5 overall, the second triple of the game for Fudge, and C9 will walk it in.
Cloud9, a really strong showing here today. Blabber, I think, played a near-perfect game, setting up his lane for success, really enabling Fudge to get through those difficult early levels, and then Fudge just started to take over, winning those team fights, getting himself ahead, and really becoming unstoppable.
C9 bottom lane duo also both remaining deathless by the end of this one. You talked about the quiet scaling of the Zeri. Looks like that is Samurai. Okay, a little bit of a different choice instead. Talia gonna go with some of that powerful roaming opportunity, try to affect the rest of the map better than
push them off this wave. Even if they don't fully commit to the dive, they want to make them actually miss these minions here. They take one play, and once Contracts gets here, Closer will have to leave.
Luger's at 200 HP. Closer goes over the wall, but now he might be in some trouble. Luger is still alive. Contracts gets the kill, and it's Closer who burned.
And, you know, with that early gank from Closer, we saw it, especially with Tenacity on Fiora, where they got the first couple kills, when he gave that double gank, and in the team comps, Closer actually says, all right, don't lose your lead, as we'll take a pause on that for a moment as the gank does come on, and Tenacity now trading damage. Aurelia ult comes down. Unfortunately, it does not look like it's enough, and there's that point-and-click stun. CLG.
Role swapping over from mid lane to bot lane a while ago. We saw him bring out the Azir. We're seeing him bring out the Soraka. I love that flexibility. We're back into the action here. 100 Thieves going to grab the first dragon of the game here, and still relatively early on. So with this bot lane prio,
not quite getting the turret here. Kraken Slayer done for Luger, making sure that he's got a little bit more power than Doublelift directly right now. Let's see what they can find. They're ready to go for a 4v3, and it's CLG looking for Doublelift. Contracts wants to take him out. He's nearly got him. There's the Vault Breaker. He'll break his face. It's two.
Later, Pearson would arrive in Palafox.
And with CLG making a move towards the bottom lane of 100 Thieves, towards the point of strength of 100 Thieves, they've nullified that lead and that spot where 100 wants to fight around. And it means CLG now has the confidence to be able to take the second Drake. They're not going to allow 100 Thieves to stack towards any sort of an early Drake win condition. Meanwhile, topside, Dokla versus Tenacity.
Dokla's the game, even down 7,000 gold.
Yeah, absolutely. They have been very tenacious, but we can see CLG trying to expand that lead. They use the Cleo walls, zone them off the turret, drop the Herald to try to get something done, but they're just using it for wave control for now.
He's got to be careful. He's got to be careful. He does not have flash. And there it is. Tenacity now being ulted, players flying in from both sides. Closer tries to answer, down goes Tenacity. Zonia's used by Palafox, damage still coming in. Doublelift is gonna push forward. There's the killer instinct we mentioned, but again, he's a little bit too far split from the team as he dashes through the wall. Oh, that is one slippery pickle.
G, who have enough of an advantage to secure the second Drake for themselves.
And this is almost the second time this game is out where I almost feel like...
Tenacity is pretty far off, and he's actually falling very far behind now in that 1v1. Dokla got the early advantage.
There you go. He got it.
Sorry, he got it. It's actually really, really important. Dokla was spotted on that bot lane wave as well, so they're exactly aware of where he is. It just slow, patient play. Out of range of it and pop the hole of mist. It disjoints it.
I knew that. No.
Mist is a really fair ability.
You guys, come on. Really?
It's a really fair
actually, it feels so bad too because it doesn't even fizzle.
Closer they went after. It's Closer that no longer has a flash, and it's Closer that was chunked away. But now he's getting healed up by the Soraka. Baron at 6,000 HP. CLG looking for the turn. They go after Tenacity first. He's polymorphed. Hallowed Mist gonna come out as that wears away to keep him healthy. Dokla with a flash in. Dokla thinking about chasing this further with contracts coming in. That might just be the angle. Dokla's gonna be careful here. Tries to use the W. Tenacity's already down. Doublelift's gonna be scared away by Luger. CLG got two, but can they get any more? They'll fall Boom at 200. Oh, the laser! Going for a snipe potential. Not quite gonna be there. No opportunity to dash over the wall. The laser from Doublelift won't get it either. 2-0 for CLG, and they're back onto the Baron.
Yeah, they're straight back onto it. Bustio has spotted it though, so Bjergsen and Doublelift have got to get back there. They do have the Honey Fruit to heal up a little bit. It's up to Bjergsen. He's got to soften them up here. Puma's really low, so he could chicken and try to pick his moment.
Oh, but they have the Contracts ulti ready to go once more. Now Dokla's into the back. He wants Bustio. They go after Bjergsen. The damage is true, and the damage goes through. Palafox gonna keep Doublelift zoned away. Puma's the only one lost. A 1-for-1.
Scarier, and from my perspective right there, Doublelift might get caught right here by Dokla. Yeah, there's no chance, my friend. That is one skill.
No way to actually contest this whatsoever.
And not only can they not contest this, but look at the timers perfectly.
We watched here in the LCS studio. 100 Thieves now in a pretty similar scenario to what Immortals was in. I feel like this game feels a bit different if Tenacity has Flash instead of Ignite. I don't know. That's just my crazy thought.
It's definitely possible.
Oh, Dokla in a 1v5 kills Closer and buys enough time for his team to secure the tier 3 turret in the top lane, as well as the inhibitor. CLG gets a 1-for-1 and a 1v5. Palafox is just gonna fire the Weaver's wall into the fountain to stop them from being able to rush out and save the Nexus turrets. First Nexus turret still under a little bit of pressure here as Doublelift just gets the snot knocked out of him. He manages to live thanks to some of the healing and support of Bustio, but CLG are not done. They want to continue this pressure. They want to continue pushing forward and pushing 100 Thieves away. They've got 2 enchanted Baron Cannon minions, providing some
right there with Aurelia gone. I'll take Aurelia and Jarvan out of the fight and hopefully have a 4v4 if you're 100 Thieves. And there's just not enough damage to be able to make a way to take a 50-50 as they're just going to go ahead, take this split as the entrance comes on in. It's Contracts leading the charge. Teleport being used. Closer does get cut down low. That Q already ready again as they won't find more off of it, but guess what? The survivability is there. Palafox puts down the wall. And that won't just be the green light yet to go on, and I thought they were about to explode onto Tenacity and Bjergsen right there.
Yeah, but they're going to just take the inhib. Easy peasy. They go to mid. They already had the wave prep there as well. So looking at triple inhib, 100 Thieves, which is almost impossible to come back from, as there goes Dokla.
Dokla's ready into the back line, and he jumps onto everybody. Now he's going to be focused fire, but it will not matter because Double Lift is already down. That's the AD carry. That's the Zeri. That's got to be it. Tenacity wants to fight back, but he can't even kill Poom. It's two traded for nothing as Closer tries to run away, and Palafox sets up the alley-oop for the four-man play. Nobody dead on CLG, and they will run over 100 Thieves. The final kill for the Ace. 35 minutes in, 15-2. CLG gets it done. Looks like that is Samurai. Okay, a little bit of a different choice instead. Talia gonna go with some of that powerful roaming opportunity, try to affect the rest of the map better than
push them off this wave. Even if they don't fully commit to the dive, they want to make them actually miss these minions here. They take one play, and once Contracts gets here, Closer will have to leave.
Luger's at 200 HP. Closer goes over the wall, but now he might be in some trouble. Luger is still alive. Contracts gets the kill, and it's Closer who burned.
And, you know, with that early gank from Closer, we saw it, especially with Tenacity on Fiora, where they got the first couple kills when he gave that double gank. And in the team comps, Closer actually says, all right, don't lose your lead, as we'll take a pause on that for a moment as the gank does come on, and Tenacity now trading damage. Aurelia ult comes down. Unfortunately, it does not look like it's enough, and there's that point-and-click stun. CLG.
Roll swapping over from mid lane to bot lane a while ago. We saw him bring out the Azir. We're seeing him bring out the Soraka. I love that flexibility. We're back into the action here. 100 Thieves going to grab the first dragon of the game here, and still relatively early on. So with this bot lane prio,
not quite getting the turret here. Kraken Slayer done for Luger, making sure that he's got a little bit more power than Double Lift directly right now. Let's see what they can find. They're ready to go for a 4v3, and it's CLG looking for Double Lift. Contracts wants to take him out. He's nearly got him. There's the Vault Breaker. He'll break his face. It's two.
Later, Pearson would arrive than Palafox.
And with CLG making a move towards the bottom lane of 100 Thieves, towards the point of strength of 100 Thieves, they've nullified that lead and that spot where 100 wants to fight around. And it means CLG now has the confidence to be able to take the second Drake. They're not going to allow 100 Thieves to stack towards any sort of an early Drake win condition. Meanwhile, topside, Dokla versus Tenacity.
Dokla's the game, even down 7,000 gold.
Yeah, absolutely. They have been very tenacious, but we can see CLG trying to expand that lead. They use the Talia walls, zone them off the turret, drop the Herald to try to get something done, but they're just using it for wave control for now.
He's got to be careful. He's got to be careful. He does not have flash. And there it is. Tenacity now being ulted, players flying in from both sides. Closer tries to answer, down goes Tenacity. Zonia's used by Palafox, damage still coming in. Double Lift isn't gonna push forward. There's the killer instinct we mentioned, but again, he's a little bit too far split from the team as he dashes through the wall. Oh, that is one slippery pickle.
G, who have enough of an advantage to secure the second Drake for themselves.
And this is almost the second time this game is L where I almost feel like...
Tenacity is pretty far off, and he's actually falling very far behind now in that 1v1. Dokla got the early advantage.
There you go. He got it.
Sorry, he got
right,
it. It's actually really, really important. Dokla was spotted on that bot lane wave as well, so they're exactly aware of where he is. It just slow, patient play. Out of range of it and pop the hole of mist. It disjoints it.
I knew that. No.
Mist is a really fair ability.
You guys, come on. Really?
It's a really fair
actually, it feels so bad too because it doesn't even
Closer they went after. It's Closer that no longer has a flash, and it's Closer that was chunked away. But now he's getting healed up by the Soraka. Baron at 6,000 HP. CLG looking for the turn. They go after Tenacity first. He's polymorphed. Hallowed Mist gonna come out as that wears away to keep him healthy. Dokla with a flash in. Dokla thinking about chasing this further with Contracts coming in. That might just be the angle. Dokla's gonna be careful here. Tries to use the W. Tenacity's already down. Double is gonna be scared away by Luger. CLG got two, but can they get any more? They'll fall. Boom at 200. Oh, the laser! Going for a snipe potential. Not quite gonna be there. No opportunity to dash over the wall. The laser from Double Lift won't get it either. 2-0 for CLG, and they're back onto the Baron.
Yeah, they're straight back onto it. Bustio has spotted it though, so Bjergsen and Double Lift have got to get back there. They do have the Honey Fruit to heal up a little bit. It's up to Bjergsen. He's got to soften them up here. Poom is really low, so he could chicken and try to pick his moment.
Oh, but they have the Contracts ulti ready to go once more. Now Dokla's into the back. He wants Bustio. They go after Bjergsen. The damage is true, and the damage goes through. Palafox gonna keep Double Lift zoned away. Poom is the only one lost. A 1-for-1.
Scarier, and from my perspective right there, Double Lift might get caught right here by Dokla. Yeah, there's no chance, my friend. That is one scary.
No way to actually contest this whatsoever.
And not only can they not contest this, but look at the timers perfectly
we watched here in the LCS studio. 100 Thieves now in a pretty similar scenario to what Immortals was in. I feel like this game feels a bit different if Tenacity has Flash instead of Ignite. I don't know. That's just my crazy thought.
It's definitely possible.
Oh, Dokla in a 1v5 kills Closer and buys enough time for his team to secure the tier 3 turret in the top lane, as well as the inhibitor. CLG gets a 1-for-1 and a 1v5. Palafox is just gonna fire the Weaver's wall into the fountain to stop them from being able to rush out and save the Nexus turrets. First Nexus turret still under a little bit of pressure here as Double Imp just gets the snot knocked out of him. He manages to live thanks to some of the healing and support of Busio, but CLG are not done. They want to continue this pressure. They want to continue pushing forward and pushing 100 Thieves away. They've got 2 enchanted Baron Cannon minions, providing some
right there with Aurelia gone. I'll take Aurelia and Jarvan out of the fight and hopefully have a 4v4 if you're 100 Thieves. And there's just not enough damage to be able to make a way to take a 50-50 as they're just going to go ahead, take this split as the entrance comes on in. It's Contracts leading the charge. Teleport being used. Closer does get cut down low. That Q already ready again as they won't find more off of it, but guess what? The survivability is there. Palafox puts down the wall. And that won't just be the green light yet to go on, and I thought they were about to explode onto Tenacity and Bjergsen right there.
Yeah, but they're going to just take the inhib. Easy peasy. They go to mid. They already had the wave prep there as well. So looking at triple inhib, 100 Thieves, which is almost impossible to come back from as there goes Dokla.
Dokla's ready into the back line, and he jumps onto everybody. Now he's going to be focused fire, but it will not matter because Double Lift is already down. That's the AD carry. That's the Zeri. That's got to be it. Tenacity wants to fight back, but he can't even kill Poom. It's 2 traded for nothing as Closer tries to run away, and Palafox sets up the alley-oop for the 4-man play. Nobody dead on CLG, and they will run over 100 Thieves. The final kill for the Ace. 35 minutes in, 15-2. CLG gets it done.
Carry this game. Oh boy. So he's gone full skill matchup against the Akali. Still something that can punish squishy targets. But this more, this is possibly Dignitas's best chance to pick up a win so far. Like, I just see...
Don't know for sure as River decides that there's nothing to be found, whereas Jensen would look for a dive with Armand onto Licorice.
Oh, yeah.
Dragon's Rage not even gonna be enough. That's first blood over to the Fed LeBlanc, and Dignitas Spawn is gonna clip on a kill as well. Hui was caught out by Santorin.
Yeah, and there's just no coordination from Golden Guardians at the moment. Kill and 2 plates over for Jensen, and a teleport.
Are now left to fend for themselves under the tower. Gory is in the area as well, but Santorin alone is going to allow Dignitas' bot lane to still survive amidst the pressure.
Just trying to get gold onto a win condition. Oh, they're going for 6A.
They're flashing on a 6A. 6A still has a flash to work with. I hope this isn't too far forward for Santorin. Wild growth from Ignar keeps him alive. 6A calls him backwards, but the Pix shield is going to keep him alive for now. Spawn tries to flash away. Pervert stuns him up, and now 6A is unleashed. The bubble is what clips him in the end. And just like that, Golden Guardians fire right on back.
Disaster for Dignitas.
Benefits of what seems more of a given play rather than an earned play.
Yeah, I'll have to see.
Should be able to secure this, but it's still 6,000 HP. All 5 members from Dig are here. Licorice isn't, and yet Golden Guardians are still wanting to go forward. Spawn gets taken out by Gory. Santorin forced to go over the wall. 1,000 HP on the Rift Herald. Santorin can't even contest it. Golden Guardians. Licorice wasn't even there. Crashing it into the mid wave. It's going to break open the map for Golden Guardians. And as we talked about before, the skirmishing potential of Dignitas being somewhat slowed in their Zeri scaling department. Jensen still is pretty significant. Have to do it off a time where the top wave is massively shoved and then immediately book Arma towards the bottom side of the map in preparation. So it looks like they're doing the groundwork so far, at least.
Jax is okay, but I just think their Baron is too slow at the moment, but they could still try and get a pick there. Like, if they get 2 or 3 kills, then just because it's going to be 20 minutes.
For the way that the lead has pandered around, but also just being super decisive. Wow, the Glacial Prison still connected. Oh no, Jensen gets cooled down by Stixay. And Golden Guardian is going to continue pushing this lead. This tower is also gone.
Man, that first pick Sejuani. River is on point, 100% kill participation.
As they are just setting up complete control as Gory wants to go for the full
Gory.
kill. Oh my god, he still has perfect execution. Jensen is forced to go back, but he's got nowhere to go. God damn, Gory, that was beautiful.
That was huge. They completely shut down Jensen in the side lane. Armut is off on the other side, can't do much. Santorin loses all their health. This is just
max maximizing the lead that they can get through the side lanes, but Golden Guardians are now poised to just take over and complete this game. And a seemingly better identity for themselves.
Yeah. Oh.
Might have to hold that. Jensen, no teleport available, Distortion already gone, and yeah, that is a dead LeBlanc. I mean, Golden Guardians
Weird at the moment, and like even this Golden Guardians team, full credit for their turnaround, and it looks like they will be able to take down or at least compete with the top teams, but we just don't know. Like just to remind people, the first week they had Young in, played well, but is not the intended starter. They lost to EG and C9 as they're going to be breaking this Nexus turret or inhibitor turret very quickly. Cut me off if a fight happens. I'm trying to read.
No, you're good. You're good.
Week 2, they played FlyQuest and TL. TL was looking better back then.
Sure.
But we kind of saw that as like, okay, those were some of the top 4 teams. Since then, they've played teams at the bottom half of the standings, and they've rightly beaten them, which puts them squarely in the middle. And unlike other teams, like, they've beaten the teams below them and lost to the teams above them. They're the anti-CLG currently.
They are the middle point at the moment, but the way that they have been dominating, even if it is Dignitas, I mean, Golden Guardians just look so
There's no winning position with the way they're playing. They're just 5 people in 5 different places. They're all behind. Nothing good can happen. Like, they need to at least have...
Just goes into the Shroud, gets out, no trouble whatsoever.
Close. They're almost too tanky. I mean, it's just hard to get an Akali at that point in the game, and now they're collapsing onto Jax.
Goodbye, Armut. You will be missed, my friend. Golden Guardians just making their way ever so closely into the base and towards the end. Dignitas are just holding on to the very grasp of this base, and Golden Guardians just making do on the promise ever since their very first content video aired, where they addressed everyone not so politely with a very strong message. Golden Guardians are continuing to deliver as they have now taken out 2 inhibitors in the base, and maybe gives them that confidence needed to go and rematch against the teams that they lost to in the first opening weeks of the split.
I like how slow Golden Guardians is playing this.
Yeah, being careful with their lead. They know that they just want to close this one out cleanly. I mean, just like that.
Beauty.
No Vi ultimate available now for Dignitas, so they have no way to engage, and good God! Look away from the screen, chat, turn off the monitor! This is not safe for a family-friendly stream anymore! Golden Guardians are slaughtering Dignitas! Spawn is trying to stand tall and fire right on back, but all you can do as Azeri is just hope and pray that Golden Guardians show mercy! Spawn is doing everything that he can, but it's still not enough damage! Yeah!
That's why he picked Lee Sin!
Licorice goes and kicks him in the face, kicks him out of the game! Golden Guardians close it out!
14